So I'm Mish, in case you've never met me before, hello, and I am going to tell you how I lost weight and kept it off for about the last 5 years, I guess. So in my mid-40s, I was over 17 stone, which in conversion terms is 109 kilograms thereabouts, or 239 pounds, okay? I was a dress size 22 to 24, and today I sit at around about a 10 to 12 dress size. I'm a healthy weight, and I've been a healthy weight now for over 4, coming up for 5 years, which is quite a while. And a lot of people, me included, back in my sort of mid-40s, thought that once you got past 40, losing weight was incredibly difficult. It was nigh on impossible. But truthfully, you can lose weight in your 40s and keep it off as well. All you need to do is make little changes. Big changes are impossible to sustain, okay? Little changes done consistently over time, that's the key to losing weight and keeping it off. Things that you can actually keep doing, okay? So I'm going to tell you about some of those things in this video. This video is going to cover 4 main areas where you can make little changes that are going to help you to lose weight and keep it off. And those 4 areas are, firstly, nutrition. Secondly, movement. Thirdly, brain, thinking, okay? And finally, routine, because routine is a really useful thing to have, all right? Making small changes in these 4 areas really helped me to get this weight loss and to maintain it over this period of time. The thing I want to emphasize to you at this point, guys, is I did not eat food I did not like. I did not go nuts and do crazy amounts of sweaty cardio at a gym, all right? And I certainly didn't follow any fad diets. It was just little changes, eating food I like, doing things I like doing, and maintaining those over time. So let's get into it. Firstly, number 1, right? Nutrition, food, eating. Getting your head around it is really a critical part of losing weight, yeah? So for me, one of the key things that helped me to get my head around nutrition was making it easy. I'm all about work smarter, not harder, all right? So make it as easy as possible. So one of the ways I did that was to make my breakfast the same every day. Winter, porridge, summer, granola. I like them both. I don't eat muesli, don't particularly like it. So, you know, I eat what I like, and every so often on a weekend for a treat, bacon butties, all right? That's the breakfast I like, so that's what I ate. But I kept it consistent because then I didn't have to think about it. I've got a lot to think about. You know, I back when I started losing weight, Mama 3, working full time, you've got a lot to think about. So keep it simple, stupid. All right? Make it easy for yourself. And that's what I did by making my breakfast and also my lunches pretty consistent as well. Lunch tends to be soup with some nice bread. And I treat myself. I get a really nice bread, not a cheap nasty bread, a nice bread with seeds and stuff in it. Because, you know, you've got to enjoy what you do, otherwise you won't keep doing it. If you get nasty bread that you don't like, you ain't going to keep eating it, are you? So, nice soup that I like. Sometimes I make my own. More often than not, I buy it in a tin because minimising effort is key, yeah? And a nice bit of bread. That way, that's 2 out of my 3 meals a day sorted with minimal thought. Make sense? Yeah? The other thing that I do, as well as with the nutrition, as well as keeping it easy, is just drink water. Drink more water. I invested in a cup that I like, all right? Because I don't know about you, I don't like drinking water out of ceramic mugs. Glasses, I knock them over. I need something with a lid because I'm a clumsy so-and-so, yeah? And I'm really fussy. I don't like sucking. Right, so that's not a straw, that's a tippy one, right? But honestly, it sounds ridiculous, but if you want to drink more water, get it in a container that you actually like drinking from, because you ain't going to drink it if it's in a container you don't like drinking from. So this thing, I blinking love it. I have a couple of them, and I scatter them around the house. I fill them up every day. When I clean my teeth, usually clean my teeth, fill up my water, then I know it's all there and done. So that's 2 of the little things that I did around nutrition, okay? Keeping it simple and actually finding a water bottle that I enjoy drinking out of. Yeah. By the way, guys, if you're looking for some help with sustainable weight loss, then there's some new video training, okay? There's a link below in the description that you can click on that's going to take you to that, all right? Been used by over 4,000 women now to lose weight sustainably, me included. Don't click on it yet though, because I've got some more useful things to tell you. The second heading, we've done nutrition, 2 things for nutrition. Let's talk about movement, all right? I say movement because when you say exercise, it freaks you out, didn't it? If somebody had told me back in my early 40s when I was like over 17 stone, you're gonna have to exercise, I'd have been like, don't be stupid, I don't exercise. I haven't done exercise since school and I hated it at school because I did. I was a deep fielder. I always went as far away from the ball and the action as possible and used to pick daisies and make daisy chains. So exercise is one of these things, right? That's, let's make it less scary. Let's just call it movement. Because truthfully, guys, right, the trick is to just move more. You don't have to join a gym. You don't have to sweat your puddings off in classes. You don't have to start looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You just need to move more. I work in a sedentary job. This is me, sat in front of a computer on a chair. Historically, I could finish a day with less than 1,000 steps, all right? So I started to look for ways that I could move more. Boring meetings. March on the spot. I've actually got a treadmill now under the bed here, one of them walking pads. You know, you don't need to do that though. Walking on the spot works just the same. So walk on the spot where you just in a meeting, listening, and you don't have to be writing or typing or whatever. I can't type and write, I'm hopeless. Every time you go and put the kettle on for a cup of tea, just march on the spot while it's boiling. Hula hooping. I discovered I love hula hooping, and believe you and me, right, skinny little plaggy hula hoops, really hard to do. Them big weighted ones, super easy. So I started hula hooping on a night when I'm watching telly, just standing like that. Just generally move more, okay? You don't have to start doing loads of exercises, you just need to move more, okay? That's enough of that one. Next heading, thinking. The brain, mindset is everything. Okay, bodies do what we tell them to do. It's the brain that tells them what to do, right? So your mindset needs to be on point. So small changes around mindset. For me, my biggie, journaling. I love journaling, but believe you and me, it took me a bonny while to get used to it, all right? It was really hard work and took a lot of effort at first, and I didn't know what to write. I had no clue what the heck was. I mean, somebody said journal, what are you supposed to do? So I got one of them guided ones first. I got a free one actually, working with Alex, the sports dietitian. Sent me a 5-minute journal. 5 minutes every day, write some stuff down. It got me started. And the trick is, pick a time and do it every day. And if you miss a day, don't worry, just pick it up and carry on as if you hadn't. It genuinely doesn't matter. Done is better than perfect, all right? So just keep going with it. And I got into the habit, and once I got into the habit, gosh, now I love it. Absolutely love it. I used to do it in the morning. I've actually changed recently and I do it in an evening now. It's fantastic. Oh, things that you can write in it, right? If you do it in the morning, you can wake up and say 3 things to be grateful of. Puts you in a good mood for the day. You can use it to plan your day. I do that on a night. I look at what I've got the following day and I schedule everything in because I am a planning freak, by the way. So I do that on a night, but you can do it on a morning as well. There is no right or wrong. Other things you can do in your journal, a right good whinge. You know when somebody really grinds your gears, just write it all down in your journal. Get it out of your system. It stops it going round in your head. All those witty retorts you wish you'd said, write them in your journal. If you are going to diss somebody that you live with and you've brain dumped in your journal, maybe rip the pages out and burn them afterwards just in case they ever decide to read it, which they shouldn't, and you shouldn't read things if you don't want to know what's in them, do you know what I mean? But better safe than sorry. And also setting a match to something when you've had a right good whinge about somebody is actually really quite cathartic as well. So yeah. Sometimes you can just do a general brain dump, get all the stuff out your head before you go to bed. It can help you sleep, yeah. You can write down your affirmations. I used to rewrite my goals on a morning to keep me focused on what I wanted to achieve. There's all sorts of stuff. There's this thing called the rose thing, so you can do at the end of the day you can do the bud, the bloom and the thorn. So what was the worst bit of the day, That's your thorn. What's the best bit of the day? That's the bloom. And what's the start of something good that happened that day, which is the bud. So there's endless amounts of things you can do with a journal, but honestly, brilliant for the mindset. Okay, sometimes you can read back through them, sometimes I don't. Reading back through them can give you a little bit of insight into what's going on in your thinking sometimes, which can be quite helpful. Next heading, routine, right? Routine, nail your routine, and planning. I am, like I say, a bit of a planning freak, right? But find a routine that works for you. Everybody's different, right? So what works for me is not going to work for you. And be flexible with it until you find something that works. But bear in mind, life throws you curveballs, so sometimes you'll have to change things. And that's all right, okay? Big game changer for me in terms of routines, early starts. I was a night owl. I hated early mornings. And I thought, do you know what? On a night, I had my husband like that. In an evening, I've got kids like that. Through the day, I have people that I work with like that. I never got any peace. And so I changed my mind about mornings. I thought, rather than looking at it as, oh God, I've got to get up and let the dogs out, because I used to have an early rising dog, I thought, do you know what? This is an hour and a half of peace and quiet. There's nobody else up. Kids are still asleep, the husband's still asleep, it's just me. Oh my days. Once I started looking at it like that, I started loving mornings. Absolutely love mornings. That hour and a half of peace in the morning with nobody else in your hair, bliss. Absolutely bliss. I mean, things that you can do with it. I tend to do some stretching. I've got arthritis in various bits and pieces, and I wake up in the morning like that. I have to go downstairs sideways like a crab. So a little bit of stretching, right, is really, really good for me first thing in the morning. It just gets me going. The other things you can do, you could do your morning journal over a nice cup of coffee, looking out the window in peace with nobody going, Mum, where's my school shoes? Or whatever. Do you see what I mean? You could do your gratitude things. Evening routines as well. Now, I had 3 kids. I don't know about you, right? But if my bairns didn't follow their evening routine, they didn't sleep well, okay? So think about an evening routine. What works for you? Like I say, I now do my journaling in the evening because that brain dump where I get everything out helps me to settle down to sleep. I also plan the following day. I look at my diary and look at my schedule and think, what do I need to do the following day? And I do that on a night because then I can rest easy knowing that the following day I just need to get up and start. I don't have to sort of plan it. It's all there. I know I've not forgotten anything. I won't wake up in the middle of the night going, oh gosh, I've got a dental appointment tomorrow. It's all scheduled in, yeah? There's a saying I love, the 7 Ps, okay? Prior preparation and planning prevents poor performance, okay? So use that evening routine for that. Or your morning routine, if that works for you. Like I say, what works for me won't work for you. But plan. Get a routine that works for you. Absolute game changer. Last thing I want to say, because those are our areas. Whatever happens, just keep going. Just keep going. If it all goes wrong, just dust yourself off, get up and start again. Best quote ever, you cannot fail if you are still trying. Yeah, you cannot fail if you are still trying. In the words of Dory, just keep swimming. Yeah. Trolls song, Anna Kendrick. I love the Trolls songs. Yeah, you just see it saying, get back up again. And that's it. It all goes wrong because that's what life does. It throws you curveballs and it all goes wrong. But you get up, you dust yourself off and you just keep going. Consistency is the key to success, not perfection, guys. All right? Absolutely. So, small, consistent changes done over time. That's your game changer. That's what's going to make a difference. Look at nutrition, look at moving more, look at how you're thinking, and look at getting a routine that works for you. Planning is your absolute friend. And if you start to plan and you make changes in those 4 areas, you absolutely can lose weight in your 40s and 50s and beyond and keep it off. Yeah? Remember, life is life and it will throw you curveballs. And so long as you get up and try again, and tweak the things you need to tweak. Just because you thought that'd work, if it don't work no more, change it. But just keep going, because if you keep going, you haven't failed. All right? So, if you found this useful, you want to lose weight in a sustainable way, click on the video that's popped up, guys. It's got stuff about the 8 pillars of sustainable weight loss. It's all about doing it with a busy schedule. I was super busy when I joined the Sustainable Change Programme. So, yeah, click on it, have a look. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day. Ta-ta.